Good afternoon. From the Office of the Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center, reaching you from number 11 Ajako Bus Stop, Shasha Road, Shasha Alimosho Local Government, Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Prince Comrade Olushola Adekoye. Right here, right now, today we have misunderstanding, rather a dispute between landlady and her tenant, person of Mrs. Kembi. We'll be giving her the audience to tell the House what brought her to the Office of the Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. State on. Madam, is that chewing gum? So that you can pause for something.
What is this, sir?
Is it chewing gum in your mouth?
No, but no, I've already.
Or you can let her handle the mind of it. You can. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Can you please tell us your name?
My name is Mrs. Kelly, Deborah Kelly.
What brought you to the Office of the Human Rights Defender?
Yeah, I came here to report about my tenants.
I'm with you.
Okay, sir. Yeah, rented the land for me 3 years ago. The expiring that
Did you mean land?
this land
Okay.
is a land that is okay. But by the time he came, he said he wanted to sell motors at that place. But after that, he turned it to bar.
You can help us. Yes.
Okay, he turned it to bar where people are drinking beer and some stuff, cleaning, all kind of things.
How many plot of land or how big is it?
It's like half a plot, but it's very big.
Okay.
I don't think it's
So,
so. But I told him that I don't want somebody because the person who was there before was selling bottles. And I told him that I don't want that kind of because church is here, the land is in the middle. So but he said there is nothing he can do to that because wanted anyway. I just leave him like that.
you mean because of church they should not have the business of their choice or so?
Because you have to tell me before
I know,
but
but
this is right.
when you say church, it's a statement that we may need to ask questions to understand it properly. But you mean church is here and church is here, the cross is in the middle.
Yes,
That means because of those two churches, it's not every business that will be accepted in that land. Is that what you
Yes,
are
it
saying?
seems like yes, sir.
But
Because
meanwhile, you are not the owner of the church. One of the
no, I'm
church.
not the owner.
All right, right.
I'm not the owner. So, and I already told him, after I spent 3 years, the expiry date is on this last August, end of August. But before that time, I've already told him because he did not. That time is looking at my notes. I've already told him that I wanted to use the land after he finished his tenancy. One of my sons called me from North State that they would like to use that land because I'm a widow. And what causes it is that my husband died of I think leukemia, the cancer in the blood. So he died in America. So we brought him home to bury him here. So and my children said that they want to do foundation something for him. So they wanted to put somewhere where people that have that kind of disease, they can help. They already get like 2 or 3 white men that they will come over from United to come on. So my first son called me when after the man died, like almost 4 months ago now. No.
Okay,
No.
then.
Then he died 2017, but we brought him home on the 2018. He died December, we brought him around January for very him. So after 2 years, my son called him that they wanted to build that place for when his tenancy is expired. But he said, no, why can't they use the house at the back? But that one said that no, because this one is on the road and they're going to put that they can put everything. Not them only. They are like 2, 3, but they are bringing some people over because of that kind of thing that really happened to him. said, no, to my son. So my son told me that, Mommy, you should not worry. When the time comes, you will know what to do. And I've been telling him that I want, my son, number one, he wanted to leave that place. Because there were these, some people that will help them to do that thing. When, those white people, it just like, but he refused. He has already did a lot of things to me. 2000.
When was he giving notice? Whether verbal or written notice to pick, when was it given?
2019, 2020. 20, yeah. We are now in 2022.
I'm with you, man.
So, but now I've already told him. So I went to my lawyer. My lawyer, I explained everything to him. It's okay, no problem. They write him the first letter that, and they give me 6 months before the tenancy or something. After that, he did not respond. After that, my lawyer again sent him 7 days
So quick.
to pick. But the tenancy something ended, August ending, this last August. So, but still, he refused to move, he doesn't care, doesn't bother, he did a lot of talk, I don't care. But that's why I came here to come and report him. And this is the letter. This is the copy of the letter that lawyer write to him. In 2 letters. The first one, after 6 months, the 7 days one. This is the date.
Is that one?
Yes, sir.
And his tenancy elapsed just last 2 months or less than 2
Yes,
months.
sir.
Sir.
August, September, 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months. Okay. You can give me the mic. Let me handle it like this. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You can tell us, you can respond to Madam's statement.
Yeah, truly, she's my landlady. So sometimes around 2018, I approached her on a vacant plot along last Missionary Honorable Diamond Estate. When we got there, we negotiated, and she told me this word and what I need to do that. It was 800,000. And I told her this, I want to sell car, yes, there. Now, when I paid her 1,050,000 naira, sorry, 1,050,000.
Yeah.
But 800 and that 250, 1,050,000. I've not done anything. Just less than a month after I paid her, she told me that I'm Mr. ABAYOMI. This is how I do my own things. I increase my rent every year.
By yourself.
She is the one
that she will be increasing your rent
every year after making payment. Exactly. And I say, Mama, I'm also a landlord, notwithstanding. Me, I don't want people to fight me over my property. And I don't want to fight anyone over his or her property. Since that is your term, please, can we stop this transaction? I wouldn't mind. I've given you money. Anytime you find another person, even if it takes you 4, 5, 6 months, please can you refund my money back to me? Her response was, that she's making to. I now sat down, I now look at it. My wife's a lawyer, and I got to my informer. She now said, okay. I went back to her, Mama, like what you said, is where we are playing that we know the truth that will come out. And I said, okay, this thing I'm not even doing bad, sadly. I want to make build a land on that land. That now what we are going to do is let's make it a lease. I will add another money. She called her lawyer, I know that and that was her lawyer. And I called my wife, they negotiated. she still insisted on increasing that money. Me, not even yet, no, I've not even put a pin there. She increased the money for that 2 years and with a clause of another 3 years to 1.1 million.
For 800.
For it with that I've not even
300,000 difference.
that I've not even started anything. Because I said, okay, because I want to, let's make it a sort of lease, you understand, so that I be on the safer side. Not that I will use 1 year, you will tell me that like what is happening now. They had an agreement. Before I agreed, and I said that this thing, that 2 years, it's going to be 5 years. Which means that first 3 years, another 3 years because of the money I'm going to put there.
Yeah.
We both agreed. Yeah. And I started. I spent, I don't know if you can, I said something to go and visit that place. I rested structures, built toilets, kitchens, every other thing. Because the place was just an open land with grass. I did the concrete, cement, pen, wiring, mount almost everything. Mounted everything on the. That was towards the end of 2020. Because the agreement I'm talking about lasted for almost 5 months.
Okay.
Between the period I paid her.
And nothing was
going that we are still arguing on. Because I said, okay, I want to increase the money. And you are giving me stress that you will lock the place. And I asked Mama, I've given you 1 year already. If I said I want to give you extra 2 years, my 1 year is still running. Why will you lock this place? Because I'm people like freely said I want to give you extra money. Her husband died. The God bless, the he rest in peace. Around late 2018.
Why you were already there?
I've not even done anything.
But you already
there. We're already in negotiation. I've paid her that extra money, extra 2.2 million. Already. Every activity.
Now total of 3 or something.
Exactly. After.
Hold on. When Mama is looking at you, let's get it right.
All what we are saying is banking transaction.
Hold on a minute. You know the first agreement we had that brought you in was 800,000, and there are some other inclusive like agreement.
That was 250,000.
That is 250.
Which I paid 150,000, 1,050,000 initially.
Then the agreement now changed, and the process Mama now increased it.
Exactly.
Verbally.
Exactly.
Which you agreed.
Agreed.
Then it becomes now. You now agree to pay 3 years instead of a year.
Good.
So
additional 2 years.
Additional 2 years.
With the option of another 3 years.
After that. Okay. Then it now amounted to
that's 3.250 or so. Okay. So 1.2 million extra 2 million plus 1 million.
Yeah. 3,050,000. That's what you.
No, 3,250,000 is 1.1. No?
Okay, 1.1.
Yeah.
3 million, yes, 100 each.
1,050,000 and 1,222. That's
yeah. That's 3,250,000. Okay, because when Madame reacted and looked at you, that's why I wanted to create that.
It's not money given cash.
No.
It's back transaction.
I don't miss a word.
Exactly. No. With all those things, she didn't give me possession until after the burial of her husband. If my husband died, this vehicle outside was her husband's vehicle. She came to heal the vehicle in that premises. And
which is in your land, you're supposed
this. And I told her, hey, Mama, no, anytime you remove this vehicle, that's when my tenancy something will start. Because you are still holding on to your land, you've not given the lease possession to me. That apart.
Did this snap or have any record of that vehicle parked in that land?
No, that one is not an issue. If she denies it.
No, I'm only asking.
I have it because I snap it on phone.
That's what I
make that truth. So that apart, it's now, when we started, it was a piece of land, like all the acquaintances, there's a shop in the front, 2 whatsoever offices inside. and someone was holding the shop. A lady was still in the shop when I got it. So I started renovation. Erect structure, did everything. After renovation, and then we started our business around May 2020 or something like that. To cut the story short, she never allowed me. She traveled. By the time she came back, she started having trouble with. If I'm not around, she will enter the lounge and started making noise. The lounge that I'm the one that did the floor, did everything, that put ties where we're doing, distracting my business. It got to a point I have to call her, no, call. You are an older person. I'm the one that collected this thing from you. Most of these vendors, if they did anything and they abuse you, you know, I'm the one they know as their own this thing. Yeah. If you have any issue, why did you call me? Instead of going inside there, even when I'm not around. People say, why you are going there? I don't think there's anything, because everything there, I did it perfectly. Now come and visit and check. Now, COVID came. We couldn't do anything. The lady in the shop left. And we started innovation. That's where the problem started from. We started innovation on the shop. Please, are you listening? Now there's a door that links inside my lab directly from that shop. People were telling me that are we open inside this program? I said no. That you should come and there are people always go inside my lab. I came back to her. I told her, Mama, why do you allow people to pass through this place, enter my lab? And what you tell me is that you know, a gym there.
What would they stay there?
What would they stay there?
What can I stay there?
Not even you. People walking there. Yeah. Come inside my lab. Why? It's not proper. And I carry padlock. I lock the burglary. So that
the access between
me and her. 3 days later, when I came back, I found out the same thing happened. She has broken it. I was told that you was not that broken. I asked them to break the padlock. And also,
meanwhile, is that the only entrance that may lead her to?
That's not the only. The entrance, there's open restaurant outside. Open is an open shop. Open entrance outside that leads to the shops. So when she did that, and I came back, called the weather to see both the burglary and the whatsoever and the door. That's where the problem started. And I said, I can't open it. I have a lot of things there, drinks. What inside that? How will you plan coming through that place? He now went ahead to go and cut after a month or so. They removed
the mic.
Oh, sorry. They removed the burglary, the door, and everything. And put another one. Before that time, sir, she went to police station to come and effect arrest, and she come and arrest me.
Over what? No, there must be. Did you go to the police?
She is the one that went to
what was the complaint?
The complaint, what she said was that I locked that place. Unfortunately, when the policeman came, he was not even asking her, Mama, who is using this place? She said, and who is here? He said, I'm not. What's the relationship between here and here? Don't you know that this is how this is supposed to be? Yeah. Because if anything happens here, people here will be held responsible for it. And then the policeman left. Like, yes, like that. I said the only thing that happened was that when you say you need fresh air, that you should come and lay out with me. And we agreed that okay, maybe you can lock the burglary and allow the door to open so that there will be a cross air there. So this postman left. Since then, she has been giving me troubles. She never for one day allowed me to enjoy my tenancy.
She expected you to sell cars there, and now you are operating restaurant or
that was the basic of increment. That's when I wanted to increase. I told her that, oh, Mama, I'm not saying the first year I gave her money, and I said, then now when I said okay, I want to turn it to long, that's why I say I'm increasing to another extra money.
Was there any written agreement about what you'll be selling there or not?
There's nothing even
Even
verbal.
even the very profit.
All what is so between us is just a matter of verbal stuff. No written agreement.
And you said your wife is a lawyer.
No.
Why would she allow you to do such?
Like
Undergoing such a transaction without an agreement.
there's an agreement. We have an agreement.
Written agreement.
Yeah, of course. That's
what I just asked.
Okay, I was thinking that maybe what you asked is there an agreement that this is what I want to say?
Yes.
No, that one is not.
And that's what I mean.
But we have a normal agreement.
Stated, but there is agreement that you are
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, that is also good. But meanwhile, nothing was stated that you are going to be selling this or selling that.
Exactly.
And
I haven't told her. So because to me, if I lease somewhere from you, and I told you, even when I said I wanted to, if you have said, because I told you earlier that if you don't want me to return my money.
Okay. Let me have all your statement, then we can.
Okay. So, okay, are you?
I know I'm still with you.
Okay.
Is that all?
No, it's not all.
All right, go ahead.
So until recently, February, you brought in a letter.
The lady can assist you with my.
No problem. Right. February, she came through her lawyer with a letter. Meanwhile, before that time, there is no any sort of interaction between me and her, because she has came one day to throw away one of my vendors' market. There, since then, we've not been interacting. Even when I greeted her, she will not respond. That's why I stopped. Now she came that I should leave. In the next 6 months, I gave me 6 months. And okay. If that was that, I would inform my lawyer that my lawyer said I should wash on. That one expired. When my tenancy expired, I should wash on.
Yeah.
So after the expiration of that one, she brought another 7 days. That's why I said it to my lawyer. That after 7 days, if I don't, then we go to court. And my lawyer said, so I should go to that. Let's wait until she gets to court and see on the basis of what she's saying, that maybe you might have interaction between you and your son. I'm not in your family. You never informed me that this is what your son is going to do, either verbally or by written. Meanwhile, the agreement we signed together, we agreed that okay, this thing we have to spend because of money I'm spending there. First 3 years, another flexible 3 years of 1 year each. And now the first 3 years just finished. 6 months to the time you send me a letter that she, after spending close to almost 20 million, I come and see there. Which are, with COVID over a year, bank were affected most during COVID. That we cannot even open for over 1 year. I did this good that I didn't ask you.
Was it stated that the lease we allow the first phase of it will take 10 years or 5 years or whatever?
We are saying 2 times of 3 years each.
2 times of 3 years.
Exactly.
That is 6 years.
6 years.
And now it's just
first 3 years.
First 3 years. That's 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 4 years. I think.
No, now it is something from 19. I told you that the transaction started. Okay. So we started full this thing from 19 to 2019.
Full 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay. I'm with you, sir.
So that's where I was expecting, because like what you said, okay, because the court is the last arbiter. Let the court interpret the agreement between you, both of us. The court said, okay, the agreement says that okay, I should leave. There's no problem in it. She's the owner of her property. The one thing one has to do is that consider others.
We will get to that. Is that all?
I'm okay for now.
Madam, give Madam phone, Mike. Do you have any questions? I'd like to handle it yourself.
All what he said is
Madam,
your lie.
Hold a minute. Let's start with the mind. I don't want this secretary to be inconveniencing you with mine. So now, let's believe that it's me, both of you are talking to. By the time you look me straight or look at the table, you will not have any way to mix the mind by turning head here and there. That is for the mind. And two, Nobody's angel here, including me. Before God, we are all liars and sinners. But do not describe anybody here to be a liar. You are here to say this is not true and this is how it happened. You understand? And me looking at you, you are an advanced woman, and it's not just about education. I think my education that is standing before you is very little compared to the amount of travel I have toured the world. So I feel like I am on top of the world because of the experience I had in travel. So for the fact that you also you traveled or you are still traveling, I mean, I see you to be a mother, an experienced mother for that matter, and educated woman as far as traveling is concerned. So there are so many words we should not use. And I believe you are the one that reported this young man to this office. That means you needed peace. We don't fight, we don't destroy, we don't insult here. Your coming here alone shows that, oh, maybe you have been to other places when you were not ready for mediation or peace. Today that you are here is nothing but reconciliation. Your children that are in abroad, most of them are in the rent. Where I am here today, I am the Oluomo of Shasha with many houses, but I found this office here and I decided to be a tenant because I can't afford to have it where I like it, where I find it. I'm not the owner of this house, but I have many houses and land. So God be the glory. So now we are going to talk like mother and child. And I will want you to pour your heart. Pour your heart. If he says he is going to know the cause of your argument, pour it. Because what we do here, we do more of counseling. As one of the traditional ruler I am, and as a mediator, a freedom fighter, we don't fight here, we do more of advice, except otherwise. If he's the one that want to oppress you, it's an old woman, your children are not here, that is when you see we do otherwise. You will not believe I'm an activist, I do otherwise. Fela say there is no gentleman when you wear suit and somebody want to oppress you, say you remove your style, remove your suit, let's do the fighting. So mama, let's talk like one family. If you have in any way seen this man before, maybe they display him as an armed robber on social media, and now maybe everyone's the kidnapper. Before a few days, he say, I want to come and rent in your house. You wouldn't have given him that land. That means you have not found him in anywhere guilty of something or being your enemy or endangering your life and that of your children. That is why you see him like your child in the first case. And I still want you to see him like your child in today's case because one, money is not everything. I'm not trying to make reference to what happened to you as in to mock you, but today your husband who owns the land is nowhere and he didn't go to wherever he's going to, which I believe is heaven, with the land. And the children, some of them, they are tenants in another man's land or property. They don't fight about land, they discuss it, they discuss land because nobody owns land. Nobody, not even what he put there that belongs to him. We don't own life while land. So now, Mama, what is actually the issue? Because if I want to say your statement, though you did not give long statement, it was very brief, short. There was comma in that statement, which I asked immediately. What makes it comma before you told us what you needed for? You said he told you that he wants to be selling cars, vehicles. All of the sudden, he started doing beer parlour and restaurant. Meanwhile, there is church here and there. And I asked, do you have any issue with the church? Is it because they are not supposed to be selling such things in the future? They will say yes. And I asked, are you the owner of the church or one of the churches? He said no. So we can see area where I'm thinking something must have prompted whatever action that can be seen as negative action after having cordial relationship for some days. So if you have any additional statement or you want to pour out your heart for us to enable us know the way forward, go ahead. Otherwise, I may ask you questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Number one, the land does not belong to my husband.
Okay.
I traveled to the United States to work as housemaid.
Okay.
I did my, not all these things that this man was saying. It was a total lie. So I came back to Nigeria. Though I have children over there, by that time they were still in school. Every one of them. But I worked tirelessly to come out to do this thing, and that's what I put all my mind on it. I do everything with my money, with my sweat. All these things that this man was saying, he said, I do this because I never been in this kind of thing before. Coming to lawyer or judge, or court, I never be. I don't know the way they are doing all these things. This is my first time in my life because I don't fight anybody. I don't do anything. I do my thing. But now, you know how to talk very well. Me, I don't know how to. If I never been in front of lawyer in my life before. No, I have lawyer that.
You are not defending yourself here. You need lawyer to defend you if you are not given the opportunity to give nothing but the truth. What we are saying here is what comes out of your mouth. What happened? When they ask you, 1960, when were you born? They say I was born 1960 February 16. Why? Because you did not witness it. You say, but the one you witnessed, if they wake you middle of the night, madam, where were you yesterday? Yesterday I went to the Kupa market. Which time did you return? At the time I returned, it was already night. This is exactly what you are telling us here. You don't need somebody to say, what happened between me and this tenant? What should I say if I go to court or human rights place? You are telling us, you told us rather already that this is what happened. Now, what the question is, what transpired? What triggers such action? You that was supposed to be like mother to son, son to mother, what now happened? You see, that is, you don't need somebody to tell you what to say. Okay, let's go there. What now happened? If nothing happened, then I will now ask you questions. Tell us as a mother, what really happened? What can this young man do to please you again? Or when do you really want him to leave? You understand? Because your land is your land. He did not buy it from you. It was not sold by you or your family. Hence, he must still leave one day. And sometimes the place you are dragging for a better place is ahead waiting for you. But when you are fighting for your right, that this is oppression. I just granted some a reasonable amount of money here, established here. At the end of the day, I have not even raised up to what I have spent here, talking of gain and other things. Some people can resist such. And as a landlady that is attached to that place, maybe that is where you are living, and you see somebody trying to develop land more than expected, you say, is it that this mama give me take my land? Why must he be spending such million? Mr. Man, but let me tell you, I'm in my 40s. Although I'm 46, I was 46 June. Do you know my experience in life? If I want to start to use it to, to guide people. People will think I'm saying people's story. I was a victim as well, just like him. I'm not saying he's a victim, but I can say we were in the same shoe sometime 2003. Very popular. I have a studio. Was working with EPS, kind of reporter, local reporter, I may call it. They come to buy content for me or whatever. Good. The place I rented in Eastern Southeast, I wish to develop it to my own taste. When I was developing it, the owner of the place was happy because it was a completed building. I supported him. I said, this is the area I like. I assisted him with the roundup. So I was the first person to take whatever part of the store I need. So I have enough space. I even extended it to the front. But when I started putting more money, in short, my soundboard, I call an artist, they raise it with rock and whatever they call such. Even I use one of my sisters that is working with me, as the image with camera and all that. One day the man came to me. He said, as he was just coming, he was not happy as usual. When once I agreed, he said, no, we need to talk. He said people have been coming to him that he should stop me fast. that I will take over his house. That somebody cannot spend such amount and wish to live in the future that this person will kill you, because I'm a Yoruba in that Edo land. So they see like those days their Yorubas are very strong. They do this, they do that. They say, this person will kill you and take your property. That the way I am putting more money, beautifying that place, that I am not ready to live. What Yoruba can do is to kill the owner of the place. The man did not hide in the market to say, stop. From today go, don't do anything, this and that, this. He even said the signboard I should remove it. So what am I trying to say, madam, to cut the story short? When you see a land that you lease or rented out for somebody is now spending more than the worth of the land itself, if your mind is telling you something, walk to him and say, please, this is not my agreement between you and I. And remember, you are going out one day. I don't want a situation whereby asking you to go will become a disaster, which you never did according to both of your statements. You allow this young man to be doing as if he has bought in a land that he needs to be.
Because by that time I was in Nigeria.
You use your mic.
I said by that time I was not in Nigeria.
When you return, what did you tell him when you discovered that he has spent more than expected?
Me, I don't know how much he spent.
No, me looking at the place, is this something you can remove within a twinkle of an eye?
Sir, let me talk, sir. Yeah. Allow me to talk, sir.
I've given you the audience to talk before. I'm only asking questions.
Okay. No, I did not ask him anything because I don't put my mind on that. I have many things that because by that time my husband was sick. Terribly sick. I used to go back and to United States to come here. You know what I mean, sir?
Yes.
So I don't put my mind because it's not the only tenant there. There are a lot of shops too.
That did the same.
In that area, in that that circle. So there are a lot of shops that have some tenants apart from him. So that's number one, sir. Number two is that because my husband, let's assume my husband is still alive, or I have any child or children in this country, it will not better. Those are so it's not better. But all these things, because I don't have idea or I don't know how they are doing this kind of thing.
Sorry, I hope you know you have not answered my question.
Okay, sir.
I use myself as an example, not because I want to take side. In life, when somebody is complaining of how the shoe is paining him or her, and you are still dragging the other person, will you walk fast? It's better you say, bring that shoe. How can this shoe be paining you? Let me put my leg. By the time you start feeling the pain, so okay, no wonder you can walk as slow as you want to walk. This is exactly what we are doing here, what we do. The thing now is, nobody will tell you coming to such products that you sold maybe empty, and this man is now even putting ordinary carpet on the floor. And when you look at the carpet, say the way this man is screwing this carpet to the floor, if I ask this man to leave, he may not want to leave.
But after he has already finished everything, so I will go to him and ask him. After he's already finished everything, put everything the way he wanted it to be.
Yes.
So I can still go to him and say that.
Yes. Listen, madam, you are still alive and may God keep you alive. You will still encounter even similar things. That's why you learn from here. With the wisdom we are using here, it's not our, it's God's wisdom. So if it's by age, I don't think I can talk to both of you here. Then you may still experience it. Listen, if you give somebody a house, which is by law, before you start putting ties and all those things, if you are not the one to pay, you still need to let you know, I want to do such thing in that apartment. You say, please don't do it. The way I give you that place, that is how it should be, because I will not pay. Some people say, madam, I'm not saying you should pay. I want to beautify it to my taste. If I'm going, I won't go with it. One. But if that person or your tenant did not seek such permission, and you happen to find out, you say, all these things you are doing here, thank you anyway, you have spent so much money. I hope this one, when I say you will leave, this one not be a problem. I'm not going to pay. I did not ask you to do this one. You can say so. And from today go, you should be saying that, because you say you were raised in abroad or you are not a home base.
No, I'm not raised in abroad.
Okay. You are not a home base. So you need our Nigeria mentality, our sense, which we get from here. So you still need to do it. When you see somebody that is going beyond your agreements or doing something contrary to the agreement you agree with him or her, excuse that person. Thank you, my son. Thank you, my daughter. This thing you are raising here, thank you, it's for your business. I hope it will not disturb you from living. And I'm not going to pay for it because I did not ask you to do it. That one can be done. Hence, you did not do that now. What is the way forward? This man invested, which we are going to verify, we are going there, we do that on countable time. So by the time we get there, if we cannot round up here today, we will go there. What this man put here, put here, and put there, were you expecting him to remove it in the next 3 days or 3 years? Or somebody just pay so million, if for example, we have not really asked you such question.
He did not pay me that kind of amount.
How much did he pay you, madam?
He paid 800 naira, 800,000 times 3 for 3 years. That's 2,400,000 naira. 400,000.
All right.
That's the money I collected.
Anyway,
I will call.
Give me money.
Let me talk, sir. Please, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What are all these things that he was saying? Even my lawyer doesn't want me to give it to him. But the way he deal you've already paid the money before, I think he traveled to Ghana or something because my lawyer, I think his mother's celebrity, he said she is going to either Ghana or somewhere to heal, to carry his mother over there. But that's why, all these things that this man was saying, that he's totally lies, sir. I'm sorry to I'm totally lies. That's one. Number two, sir. I will speak on that.
You will say, listen, madam. Let me teach
what I want is
you say that 800 is not true or it's totally like good.
No, I said 800 naira, 800,000.
800, for example, let me show you how to condemn somebody. Although we
added the commission and agreement to it.
Makes amount.
So the commission and agreement, I think, is 100,000.
That is now 800, it's now 900.
No, I forgot, but
what he removed from his
I will see my lawyer on that.
Madam, wait a minute. We forbid bad omen or bad thing. As this man or you are going home now, and you have like 1,500 naira, pocket picker just put hand and take it. If you go to police station, how much will you tell them that they stole from you? Use your mind. 1,500 is in your pocket, complete. You are very sure.
Mm-hmm.
You just step down from this way. You've not used any 1 naira. Getting to this Ajako bus stop, the pocket picker now pick your pocket, and maybe they were able to arrest him. You now go to police station. When you are to give statement, how much will you tell them that they stole from you?
Yes, I'm wanting.
Which is 1.5. Yeah. This man, if what he spent in respect of that land, whether agreement or agent and the rent, if it's 1 point something times 3, that is what he will say. You understand? You say 800, you not say another 100. No, whatever.
No, I don't say another 100. I say by the time he was talking, he did not add the agreement and commission. I don't know why he said this. I pay 2 million, he pay 1.3 million. It's not for me.
All right, madam. What is the way forward?
The way forward is that I want my land back. That's what I want. Because I'm a woman. So I was just discharged in the hospital a couple of days ago because I have many problems. I'm now 71 years old. You cannot do that kind of thing to me because I'm a widow and I don't have any children yet. That's why let's assume my husband is still alive. He won't tolerate this kind of nonsense. Because he knows the way he talks to me. One day, sir, Lord, let me say something, sir. When he wanted to beat me, he said, you will die. That's what he said. He said you will die. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. No, that's he do a lot of things to me. I want him to go. I want my love back. I want my love back.
That's what I said before. Tell me everything that is.
I'm not. I just leave a clause a couple of 2 weeks ago because I don't want it. Because of this man, he cannot do anything to me. If he said he wanted to kill me, he will kill himself because his wife's a lawyer. He's already, treating the way. Look how he talks to me. I'm 71 years old. I'm not a baby.
The one he talks to you rudely, we were not there. The one he insulted you were not. That's why I said you should be in position to tell us exactly. Sorry, man. Give madam what you know. She was not feeling fine and she has just shouted. Give her water, please. Madam, it's okay, calm down. We not dey take anybody for granted here, mostly aged people. You don't need to shout. Even me, there was a time I shouted at the police station when I was having some misunderstanding with my family. I shouted for how many hours? And I was about fainting. I never knew it's possible to faint. And it was that day I realized that health is not our own. We can change at any time. No, hold on. Madam, welcome back. I said there is more to this. If not that you are young, I will say, okay, get angry so that you can tell me the real story, which you were about to say. You see, we are going to check the land. The reason why we will also check them, not because what you invested in that land. After all, who make up for people in the young age? Awolowo died. MP Adola died. Many rich people died and left their property behind. So what is half brought that if you really want to go there, you will not go when he's still alive. He will go, man. You did not sell that land to him. But what I want you to understand, what kind of connection will landlady and tenant be having if they disagree with each other? It's because of cordial relationship that supposed to bring both of you together. I can't run, mommy. Yes, my son. How was your night? Okay, fine. If that one is not there, business should be business. According to anything that is supposed to be linking you and him to pass his place of work when you have other entrance. Then close. In abroad, even some place in Nigeria, many people in India don't know who is their land owner or property owner. Some just go to bank and pay, keep the receipt. Some see technical or through phone. I was having when I was still abroad, I would come and rent one house here. I did not know who owns the house. So we were just chatting on phone, SMS. He will start reminding me 3 months. If I don't come home, I put my siblings there. But he will start to send me notice in 3 months. Yeah. I didn't know him. One day I was in Nigeria, somebody knocked, say want to see me. And so, are you the owner of this house? Then I said, you are just too young to be the owner of this house. We begin to talk like age mate and all that. I gave him t-shirt and all that. So when I go back to abroad, I was having issue with my younger one that was living there. The man did not, he called me, he said he wanted to mediate, but he was taking side. Then I blocked him. As my landlord, I blocked him. I warned him and I blocked him. I said, I don't want to use some foul languages here. I warned him and I blocked him. I have your account number. I will pay when it's due. But as for having anything to do with you, forget it. I did not get quick notice for that. And if at all I get, I will not quit. Because you have to tell me why I should gather myself and pay now, and you want me to quit because I did not allow you to mediate into my own personal affair. So you are not supposed, it's not mandatory to have contact or connection with your property owner. It can be said or message can be passed through a notice, a written notice, SMS, and all that. Madam, listen, if that house you want to still use it for foundation and you did not learn much yet, you may still have problem with people that are working there. Because if you are not working there as the owner or as the child lady of the foundation, and the workers feel you are distracted, even though you are not distracted, they don't just want your presence at that moment, they will still complain that they will call your son, please, the way your mother always come here, so that we are not feeling comfortable, can you please, we would like to close the door in between or whatever reason. I'm not saying you do, madam. I'm just trying to lecture you certain things, how tenancy or whatever tenancy law or guide should be. It doesn't mean if you are somebody's property owner, that the way they say landlord, that you are actually the lord of that person. You understand? So now, if you want to talk business, you don't take money from your enemy, but you take money from your enemy, even the devil. If he pays and is not giving you what you want, respecting you, for instance, calling you mommy or allowing you to, you have the passage or pass through the passage there, then we now call it business. Business that we sign that each and every one of you.
Can I give her money to give my driver downstairs to buy me paracetamol, please? My driver is not
Let me see. Let her go and give the driver. Say, mother said you buy paracetamol. You just give her to woman. So now, we can call it business.
my driver is in town.
How do we do that? This kind of business? You should have no contact or whatever discussion with him. There are some tenants that they say, please talk to me through. I want everything to be in a written notice or whatever. Madam, are you okay? Why you dey close that small small? You dey pray? If your body change, we can change the program as well. You understand? Are you okay? Madam, we'll stop now. I know they need I know they even me as I did so, I can get BPO, it's not by age, it's by stress. So I don't need somebody to stress me for trying to, you know, look into people's problem. So if you are not feeling fine with us, after all, we can even pause for some minutes while I'm looking into other people's case. Then when you are relaxed,
Oh, go ahead.
you are okay.
Can I do that?
And we'll wait for you to do that. Should we wait? Or you just be listening to me without talking?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, madam, we are going to call a spade, and we are not concluding today. We are going to visit the land. We will visit it and see the entrance, all those things that brought problem and all that. We will see it, and we'll also take a look at what he has planted in that land. Not that he will not live, but there is a way they used to do it, madam. This man, for him to have paid 3 years, if you ask him if he has gained that 3 years, he might tell you no, not yet. Because he was not looking at a short period of time to say, I'm going to pay such. So what you can have issue with your child, madam, your son. Your son can have issue with you. You can't kill him or throw him out. They will also settle it. Let's believe this is one of your son or in-law or sibling. I hate to start using my siblings always here. Normally I do. I say, you say your own are like this, my own is what? They do me this, they do me that, but at the time I say, what is the essence of saying that? But I have not killed them, I have not driven away them from my life. If this man is your son, or if it's your son and is rented in another place and you are somebody like you is the landlady there, and they now call you say, mommy, you know I was happy that I rented a place the other day and I paid 3 years. Say yes, I'm having issue with the landlady, or I've offended her. And we are being on and off going to a lawyer and all that. Will you tell your son, please quit after what you have done? Maybe send you picture, maybe you have been to the place, see how they beautify it. No, you say, please, I want to go and meet that woman. As a woman to woman, mother to mother, I will go and talk to him and tell him no matter what my son has done, please forgive him, he's a child. This man is, you should be senior to this man the way I'm seeing him. Then you is your child. And any woman who has carried baby for 9 months or below or above, he must see every living human being like her child or children. If you cannot consider him to be your child, you have to consider him to be like the money. I'm considering it because of the money or because of the labor so far he has labored. Madam, this thing can be settled and sorted out. You people will work on agreement. Agreement that you have to maintain peace in that plot of land that is bringing both of you together. we must be human in the sense that when you look at what he has spent, you should give him some years to say at least before this time, or we can do it this way. If we go there and look at it, you settle him with whatever he has put there, then we will see, let him live there. If because one is that if you invested something, you are expected to gain it, so that by the time you are leaving it behind, you don't even care. After all, I make it here. This is where I raise money to build my other hotel. Going away now say it's like, mommy, thank you. Don't worry, you don't need to pay. Let another person take it. Because if you are giving to another person now, you cannot give it to another person again at the rate of 1.1. It should be like 1.5. Why? Because this man has already beautified that place. Even he has made it a business. For instance, he has made it a business attraction center. So why am I opening all this? Although we are very open here, madam. Everything in life has to do with consideration. If your son mistakenly talk to you out of point, which is possible between any normal human being, the only person that will not offend you is abnormal person. The only person that will not offend you in this world is abnormal person. A normal person must offend you. That shows that he is normal. But we in Africa, we say person offend us, the person is not normal. It's only imbecile that cannot offend you. When man speak, they come up for a man. And we are happy that this boy have never offended me. That is because it's not normal. A normal person will offend you, including your children or your child. Me, I don't see anything here. I only see what you have not told us. You understand? Because they want to build foundation. Church, they in between. It's not an excuse, madam.
It's not an excuse.
If you want, listen, madam, you are my mother as well, but you listen to me. It's not an excuse. The excuse is not genuine. It's only genuine in the sense that you needed your property and it's your property, it's your right. But if we also go to the court of law, which if you wanted to go, you will not be here. That's why I'm not referring to law ever since. If you also go to the court of law, they really want to do something like the way they are being called. They will send somebody with some proof of what is spent. They will only say, why you do this, why you not tell madam that and this and that. This, madam, even you say when you say I will need to not talk. Person that pays 3 years, did he actually pay such huge amount of money to just live in the next 3 years? Is it a cocaine business? In this case, they bring both of you together and say, madam, let's give him another 2 years so that I can rate. No, I'm just telling you, I'm not judge. I'm only telling you what you may get for a reasonable judge or whatever. They will not still come back like family talk. It is okay. In this case, it's a civil case anyway. In this case, okay, madam, when you want him to leave, oga, how much you use? If you say you use 20 million, they might be negotiating for you to pay allow him or pay 12 million. Otherwise, all those things you put there, they move away. That one hardly happen if you meet somebody who have humanity or who is human. That is what you get from court. And from court, maybe your lawyer may not tell you the truth. If they want to buy time and maybe other things that they want to take away from that land, before this looking into the matter, you cannot do otherwise. They will only tell you step out of that place for the period that we are giving you or that will be given. If you enter court today, you will not enter that land tomorrow. You can ask your lawyer. If you start court process today, you will not enter that land for whichever reason tomorrow until he quits. So that's why here we just tell you people the truth so that when you want to go where you know, maybe my lawyer just wanted to get this job, he did not tell me everything. You will not step in there tomorrow or you cross there. So long as he there, that is his portion of his property that he rented from. So if he has offended you, like I'm already repeating myself, let's see how we can come together. But if you say no, that it will not end there, then you should not be wasting your time going to lawyer to lawyer. And if you want it happen on time, you move straight to the court. And remember, business is business. In court, you give person house or property. You must not come and champion that person to lie down for you or to show you a big respect, to show that I will not take this thing from you. Supposed to be even transaction done on air. And once you are coming to inspect the house, you must give notice. Go and bring my tenancy law there, Lagos State. You have no right to cross there, and if you feel it's not comfortable with you crossing there, if he tells you you will not cross there, maybe you don't know. You want to come and how do I put it, inspect. You will send notice. Not even, you will send notice. You understand? When you buy this, you read it. When they write Lagos State, it also cover more than 30 something. They write different states that such cover, and even the federal government phone is there, the federation. You will notify him when I am coming in so time to check so thing in that apartment, even though it's a open land. But because of mother, son, nothing like that was done. And if at all anything like that was done, and at the end of the day, it's not comfortable with it due to the crimes or customer he had to speak out, because after all, if his business is being liquidated or being perished, there is no way he can pay you. And if he don't pay you, the way I'm seeing you, you cannot say sorry, my son. When you were paying, when you were having money, you were actually paying. Now that you don't have money, I want to consider you, which I don't think you will do that, because you were seeing it as business. So if he was being liquidated in his first business or wherever he's getting this money from, or having issue with the landlady, or maybe people are complaining that he's harassing them as his customer, he wouldn't have been able to raise such amount to come and assist. So somebody give you 3 point something within in less than 6 months. You can actually do something meaningful with that.
You will not be able to confront it.
Let's even believe it's 1 million, even that is you are talking about.
I'm sorry.
No, you can pick your call. Hence, you did not switch it up in the first case. You disobey our rules here, but you can wait.
No, that phone, this phone is not good.
So, madam, we are done with your report, except you tell us how we can be of help to you. We advise if.
But you said you wanted to go there and see.
That is if you still want reconciliation. We not end the case today. Somebody is already waiting here that will go and sit and make video. That is him. Where is the person?
Just opposite Diamond Estate, along last week, after Sharon. Opposite Diamond Estate.
I don't even know where that.
No, when you are coming from there, now you are going to Igondo.
Okay.
After Sharon about, you know Gendo.
Yes.
You know Diamond Estate. That is it's directly opposite MRSKEMBI.
We can go and use today to make sure we are done with the case. But what I want you to know, madam, our going there is not because we want to segregate or separate you people. It's because we are still looking for a soft landing where everything can be treated amicably with mutual understanding. So if you tell us here is capital no, we don't go nowhere. We refer you people to talk. But if you say yes, at least we can see how we can use our good office. That is when we stress and go there. So if you say no, because he has disrespected you as a mother, that if he was your son that disrespected you, you will disown his son. There's no way we can beg you to accept it. You have been disowning all your children for disrespecting you. And if you say your child that is not that is something to a something has never in any way argued your word, let me not use the word disrespect, then I will believe you, but me I won't believe myself, because as no matter the love I have for my mother, which I actually love my mother. There was a day my mother I wanted to go out. She now stay there, say you are not going out. Where are you going again this time after you just came in? You know, as young guy, when somebody don dey whisper say so time we will meet, then I just want to use body to remove my mother for road with style. Maybe she never thought I would even try to say leave the road. Me, I thought she hold the door, the frame very tight. My mother fell. My mother fell and say, you only sharp me shola, you, they don spoil you. Because why you know say I've never disrespected her. Each time she calls me, she said they don't spoil you, this woman is strong. I need that say mama, not body spoil me. I thought you hold it and I just wanted to use body shakara you. Is that not disrespect for me to even come close to her and want to shakara her when I never touch you, you know? So a normal child must have made mistake with his or her parents. Mama, this man for coming down here is not ready to fight you. And business people, they don't fight. They are like when you hold somebody's child, they will surrender. Somebody holding your business premises like a witch that want to bewitch you. You go and give the sacrifice to leave your business alone. Holding business premises and holding a child is the same thing. They surrender. This man has surrendered. If I thought you have any complaint against me, let business be business. Let everybody mind their business. You should not, in the first case, none of you should have such whatever with each other. If not for the fact that the first case you thought it could be like mother like child. Hence, it's not like that. What business must you have with each other? Let everybody face their business and your money is being paid. That is how I see it, madam.
Sir, I've already told you the first I've said. My son, I've already called him. Whether I don't know whether you forget that yet.
I know, madam, but we are all human.
That's number one. That's number one, sir. And I told you that because my husband is already died and I don't have anything in this country. That is why all this thing happened like this.
What is really happened to you that you don't want to tell us? Will they have come to fight? Tell us this. You are the one that
I said, I want my land
we are
back.
helping you.
So
there is a procedure for that.
That's what
if you
I
want your land, if you don't buy your land, there is a procedure for that. He paid 3 point something million in just 3 years ago.
That's what he said.
That is what he said. Let's
And
believe it for now until you prove it. You can't prove it for now, madam.
Okay.
Until it's proven, I'm seeing what he said. I never say I was there.
Okay, sir.
He said he paid 3 point something million
Okay,
just 3 years ago, and the 3 years last August, last month August this year.
Yes,
So if na you, madam, your son just paid 3 years for business premises, are not even making the game. People have not even known him fully because even that time COVID-19 interrupted. So madam, let us be human. So 3 point something million, you are now asking to leave
that said, sir.
Madam, 1 million sef. Let's say it's 1 million.
That's
somebody pay 1 million, not in a sleeping place. A business payer is supposed to raise that money that he has used or borrowed to pay you. A business payer is supposed to raise that money and even use for his house. Then one good morning or one misunderstanding, your son now call from abroad. Madam, when you were renting it out, did you inform your children? You inform them, and they never knew that miracle will come that they want to use that place to reach God.
But they never knew that their daddy died.
We died. So something, death changed plan. Death can change any plan, and plan can be changed. That same money we have foundation. I also have foundation in abroad registered where they gave me offices that I'm using in Holland. Even in Switzerland, I requested for office, they gave me, I couldn't go and operate it. But I need to operate for the night before I saw the people that are there. So when you tell Oyibo your plan, they don't need you to have land or in a specific place. They can go and get land, acquire land. Even you can draw plan and tell Oyibo, this is the kind of size of land I need for some business. When they want to support, they will support. Madam, let me call a spade, which I've ever been doing since. This is called transfer aggression. When this young man wanted to rent the place or has rented the place already, your children, they were aware. When the death now occur, The debt have to affect you people and also affect the tenant. It's not done.
But they've already told him that when it's rent, that's what he said.
In which agreement that after 3 years of paying how many million and building that place for business, manage the money is not the issue. Refund that money completely, compensate him, let him move. This destroying his business is like destroying his enemy's life. So please, sir, you people go to court. Then court will go and check the place. Then they know how to sort it out. The one we are doing at hand now that we have 1 million, 1.something million. Who was showing up? Okay, my driver. This is one we started 2 years ago. No, last year. Head me, my principal rented an empty land on a completed building to complete it and pull and start up her school. So it's just like this woman who, as in the story, it's like both of your stories. The only difference is business of a restaurant or you are a man, they are both women. After this woman have raising it, put a roof, put ceiling, they have not even gained what she spent there. They now remember that they want to use it. They now involve their lawyer again. Drag to everywhere. They now came to our office last year. We look into the case. After much, this one not be agreement to. We are adjourning it almost 2 weeks. At the end of the day, all of them calm down. They agree on what the woman spent. The woman said, if I am going away without taking what I spent, roof, ceiling, it's 3 million. Without taking everything. Then if I am going away, I think compensation or something or what she paid down, I don't know. There's something like that. It's 1.5 million. They now wrote an undertaking here that if we want the roof, ceiling and all that, 3 million. If we don't want it, 1.5 million. They now pay 1.5 million just last week here. It was since last year. So the lawyer now said, we want you to leave back those things. He said, well, that was not our agreement. So after they pay 1.5 to our account now, they are still arguing whether we pay or leave it like that. We say the agreement is speaking here. Madam, these people need to go to court. These people have to go to court. And what I want you to understand, the person in that court, the judge, is not an animal. And what I also want you to understand, this man did not rent a resident from you. It was a commercial property or land he rented from you. And anybody that wants to destroy somebody's business, it's as good that he wanted to destroy the person, because in Nigeria and the world today, if you have no money, if you are a beggar, they think you are nobody. So paying 3 years is just a lapse of August. Even before a lapse, you have already given notice to quit. And when this man was doing this, although there was no agreement, you didn't stop him because the land is not forever. And you didn't even patient for him to see if with your calculation with the kind of people coming there to say this man must have gained more than so and he's even building his own hotel. This man should even be the one to say, madam, I'm leaving soon. I'm happy that this place was good for me. I wish you can sell it, but I am beginning to, develop one property somewhere there, which you are still supposed to go there and say, I pray for you, although I know you were rich before you came to my property, but progressing with my property, I still want to pray for you. That is how life should be. So I am rounding up. This is where I can stop. Hence, we are not infringing on anybody's right here, and this is what mouth can say. You understand? If they have talked to Liberia and Sierra Leone in this manner, they wouldn't have engaged themselves in a war. If somebody has come out the way I've been talking since many hours and talk to Nigeria, then they wouldn't have been Biafra war. And I don't think I have to try more than you believe in this junction. And if you think you have brought this case here, you are not satisfied, we advise you to approach the next office of anybody or the court of law as far as Nigeria is concerned. And so I'm an international woman, the case can also go to international court. But the truth remains, whether he refused to leave or is about to leave, you don't have right to go to that space.
I never do. Yeah, should be
It's an advice.
sorry, sir. I'm
So if
sorry.
I want to really ask questions, which I want to still deal with this case and ask questions. He rented it 2018, he said. And, you told me 18, but maybe he started operating it in 19. Yes, 2018. He paid a million 50,000. Mama, he said, yeah. He said you locked up the grace and also disturb his clients. That is an allegation. That did you in any way lock that grace?
Yeah, lock here.
Yeah.
Until they reach that they will see.
No, not now. Before.
No,
Never in time.
No, never in time. Never.
Okay.
It's an open space now.
No, that is the end. That is
okay, the one that is there alone.
Yeah.
Until they reach there.
No,
it's my shop.
Okay.
It's the shop I wanted to
use. You also have shop there.
Yes, sir.
You are the one operating it.
No, I've already rented it out.
Okay.
But I wanted to
listen, man, he also said when you lock it to avoid you passing the other people, you broke the key. Did you?
until they, let somebody follow us there. You will see what
And
what
he
I'm
said
talking
in
about.
February you gave me quit notice. That is February. Okay. And you now said the land belongs to you, not to your husband.
Yes, sir.
So, hence we are not going to join or continue with this case. There is no point of throwing questions, but the only advice we are having for you is for you to move to court as quickly as possible if you want it now. And the advice is also that you should not in any way be disturbing his client. Hence, he's not living there illegally. It's only the fact that you are having a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding doesn't mean you can just go there or disturb his client. So, to avoid taking law into any of your hands, whether him or you can also approach court first. You can approach court first. If you really want to be peaceful there, you can also approach court. It must not be you. But the reason why most tenants don't approach court, the record will be there. Did you know my tenant in my house dragged me to court? Now maybe you are the one that started when you don't know if you have served me one or twice from your lawyer, you may proceed. Then he wanted to just make it easy. It will now become a record that say my tenant even dragged me to court. Maybe that's the reason why he may not want to do that. So if you don't want to settle it the way you should continue as your tenant, we beg and advise that you move to court. God bless you. Call the next.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.